Hello, this is Noah doing another audio commentary, you guessed it. This time I'm actually doing a game on request. Someone wanted me to do Upmagic versus Julyzerg. This is the first game of the set between eSTRO, or eSTRO, however you pronounce it, and Pt1. This is their first game this Pro League season. Obviously, it's just the first round of games this week. Obviously, this Terran here on the bottom left is going to be Upmagic. Julyzerg, guess what, plays Zerg. He's up in the top right. And this map is the map Bake Magoji, which is a very interesting map. As you can see, lots of minerals to start off with, and two gases. And it's a very sort of convoluted map, lots of twists and turns and ramps and things. Actually, there's a lot of the new maps are like that this year. Katrina is kind of like that. Any case, I'm curious to see if the neutral creep comes into play at all in this. So in any case, this is Upmagic. I don't know much about Upmagic, I have to say. He is not really, that big of a name in any sense. He's managed to sneak into the OSL this season, so you can't really count him out. His record statistically is kind of mediocre. He hasn't really stood out that much. He's been in a lot of games recently. eSTRO has put him in a lot of games, but no offense to anyone, I guess, but eSTRO doesn't really have anyone else to put in their games, so he's been playing a lot for them. He's kind of one of their big names. In any case, Julyzerg hopefully doesn't need an introduction. Julyzerg, nicknamed the God of War for good reason. I'm not actually too familiar with Julyzerg's playing style and everything. I haven't seen a lot of his games, but I do know about him. Obviously, he won OSL as recently as 2005, and I don't remember if he took first place or second or something, but he was in the final three at least for OSL in 2005. He made the World Cyber Games in 2006. And then, by all accounts, he's been in kind of a slump. A bit of a slump. He hasn't been performing that well, which led to him being basically kicked off of his old team, NBC Game Hero, and that's how he ended up at Pt1. His slump, they just didn't like it very much, and there was some renegotiation and a lot of drama, and ended up with him switching over to Pt1. So this is, I believe, Julyzerg's first game with Pt1. He's leading off the match for Pt1. So this is going to be interesting to see if maybe now that he's found a place that appreciates him, he'll kind of pick it up a notch, as it were. I know that I saw him in, I think it was the World Cyber Games, Korea. I think that's where it was. I saw a game where he pretty much outclassed Bisu, and did very well countering Bisu's usually absolutely killer anti-Zerg tactics, and managed to take out Bisu in that. So a lot of people are saying maybe Julyzerg's coming out of his slump. Any case, enough background on that. We can see obviously not much has happened so far. Julyzerg doing your standard Zerg thing, just kind of branching out, building an expansion or two. Upmagic here, he's going straight to tech, and he's actually building another command center in his base, which is kind of interesting. Okay, Julyzerg has his lair going, so it's kind of interesting. I hope that Upmagic, for his sake, comes up with something. Okay, he's building a starport. Interesting. He's gone straight to a starport. He doesn't seem to be massing Marines or anything. He's got his factory. He's got a vulture out, probably just going to scout and harass, and he's going for a quick expansion, building a second command center in his base. He's probably going to pick it up and fly it over somewhere. But by the time he does that, Julyzerg is probably going to have some Mutalisks out already. It looks like his lair is almost done. He's going to be putting it on a spire any second now. And at the moment, Upmagic only seems to have 2 Marines and a Vulture hanging around. And okay, Upmagic is keeping that command center in his base, building some more SCVs with it. He appears to be making some raids, so maybe he's kind of trying to act like he's a Protoss and make some quick air to do some Psy hunting. That's exactly what he's doing. He's taking out some Overlords here. It's not going to cause too much harm, I don't think. It looks like Julyzerg has 3 hatches now, maybe 4. And I did see a Hydralisk den, so he's going to have... He already has Hydralisks out, so that Wraith is not going to be able to do a lot of good. He's not going to be able to really harass July very much with those raids. He's already camping his Overlords on top of those raids. Not going to do very much. Might be able to pick off a drone or 2 if he really wants to. I don't know why he's not moving that command center out. Last I saw, he's just chilling a second command center in his base. I guess he really wants to pump out extra SCVs. Maybe he's planning on moving that command center once he gets some more SCVs out, because there are a lot of minerals there, and it is actually, it would be relatively difficult to pump out enough SCVs to really take advantage of that extremely large cache of minerals. So maybe that's what his plan is, just to get a bunch of SCVs out before he actually moves it, so he can take advantage of all those minerals. Doing a little bit more Psy hunting here. I would say that he doesn't have much defense here. Okay, wait. Okay, Upmagic, he might be getting a dropship. He's got a control tower attached to his command. Okay, so Julyzerg does have the Spire up. He's gonna have Mutalisks out any second. I'm curious why Upmagic had the control tower, if he's going to try and do cloaked, or probably more than likely going to be going for... Oh, that's why, because he has a science facility as well, so he's building science vessels. Okay. It's kind of interesting. It's been a very low volume game so far. Chasing the Wraith with the... might catch up. Is he going to be able to... I think he might actually be able to get back in time. For those Marines to take out those Scourges. We'll see. Probably will be, but Upmagic has a few other things to worry about. Oh, the Mutalisks catch up though. Mutalisks take out that Wraith. And oh crap! Upmagic went straight to irradiate. Straight to irradiate. By the time July had Mutalisks in his base, he already had irradiate out. That's one of the reasons why he went straight for that tech. So July is not going to be able to do much harassing with those Mutalisks. He's probably going to be able to try and take out some, but Upmagic already has turrets up. He only has a few Marines though, and he's keeping that command center in his base. It's very strange. I guess he thinks that he can't afford to not have the second comsat immediately, so he's just keeping it there. But I don't think July's going to be able to do much good with those Mutalisks. There's already too many science vessels camping out there. July realizes that he picks off one SCV and heads out. There's not much he can do with those Mutalisks now that there's science vessels around, because in order to really effectively harass, you need to bunch them up. And when they're bunched up, irradiate is just death. Absolute death. Okay, we have some Scourges chilling there in the dropship route, just in case Upmagic does try and drop. July just picking off a random Vulture that was just hanging around, having fun for no particular reason. As I was saying, it's not a particularly high volume game yet. Upmagic has only been putting out mostly from one barracks. He's got a second barracks. He's building 2 more barracks. So now he's kind of switching into your full-fledged Terran versus Zerg mode. He's going to be pumping out medic Marines. And Julyzerg is basically switching over to your full-fledged Zerg versus Terran too. He's got his he's probably going to be setting up lurkers any second now. I haven't seen a lurker yet that I noticed, but I'm sure he's making them as we speak.